Welcome back to another week of me going through 10,000 nickels as I continue my quest to complete the 1938 through 1961 Jefferson Nickels set. I'm Ryan, also known as Nickel Guy 88, and in these hunts, I'm going to be documenting the data of the number of nickels that I pull from 1938 through 1959, Buffalo nickels, Liberty nickels, Canadian nickels, and foreign coins. All right, back to this hunt. This was surprisingly a really good hunt. When I started cracking open these boxes, there was no indication of any of these really being all that circulated. Lots of newer junk just on all the enders. I was reluctantly laying these out, and I almost delayed even starting to go through them. The last couple hunts have not been that great, but I was surprised almost immediately. I found one key date, which was in 1939 San Francisco. It's now my third one of these that I found and 190,000 nickels, three silver war nickels, one of them being the nickel that I needed, and four semi key date nickels, including another 1948 San Francisco. For whatever reason, the 48 San Francisco eluded me for well over 100,000 coins. I have found three in the last like 40,000. Also found a 1949 San Francisco and a 1955 Philadelphia. Four Buffalo nickels as well. None that I needed. You'll see that in the video. The 1944 San Francisco was the silver war nickel that I needed for the second book. That's only the second one of those that I have found in 190,000 nickels. I do got to say, when you're actually finding nickels, oh my gosh, these boxes just fly on through. I was going through two and a half boxes at a time. These 10,000 was completed in virtually no time at all in my mind. Anyway, as always, I've got some close-ups of the finds coming up, the grand totals, along with some random fun facts, uh, and the usual. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Another batch of 10,000 nickels completed, bringing the total to 190,000 nickels searched. This was a surprisingly really good hunt. I gotta say, when I first opened these boxes, I was like, oh, this is not gonna be good. Just, my gosh, finds of everything all over the place. We got four silver war nickels, four buffaloes, six nickels from 2009. We even got another key date Jefferson out of this batch. A beautiful 1939 San Francisco. This is now my third one that I have found in 190,000 nickels. Still need the 1939 Denver, but we'll get to it at some point. Got several semi-key dates in here as well. I don't believe I found any 1950 Philadelphias, but I know I got a 55 Philadelphia. This is the most nickels I've ever found from the 30s in a batch of 10,000. Usually I get three, maybe six if it's really good. I got a dozen. A dozen. Tons of them from the 40s. The 50s, obviously. Did get a bunch of Canadians as well. And it's not like these all just came out of one box. Each box had something to offer. I know there's some guys out there that really like these 2009s. We got four from Denver. We got two from Philadelphia. Did get another foreign coin. It's this coin from Switzerland. I have no idea why I keep finding so many of these from Switzerland. This one's in really good condition. It's a 1988, a favorite year of mine. I don't know. It's just neat. How did this thing get over here? Why do I keep finding them? Got a pair of these. Are also, I usually pull only 1938 through 1959, but the series runs through 61. These are some great looking nickels from 1961. The ones that are from Philadelphia are slightly lower mintage, so that's what both of these are. Silver nickels. The Philadelphias, they're all pretty common, but
I did need one that was going to be much better shape, and that was the 1944 San Francisco. I think 30 or 40,000 nickels ago, I finally found one. But for some reason, the mint mark on the back, which on the Silver War nickels is always going to be above the Monticello, the S was almost completely wore off. I actually had to get it under the microscope. As far as Buffalo nickels, I got four. We got a 1937, a 35, a 29, and a dateless. I don't believe any of them had mint marks. But the fact that oh, this one did. That's right. He's a crusty looking fella. Yeah, this one didn't have it either. Nope. So this one did have a mint mark. It's a San Francisco. 1935. I'm pretty sure I already got it. I'm pretty sure I have all of these actually, but hey, whatever. Take them to the collection. It's not like you really find buffaloes every day in your change. And I did get a pair of these. So these are what they call impaired proofs. These are nickels that came in mint sets. I'm sure if you're watching the channel, you've probably had them before. But if you don't have them, you buy these from the mint. They're proof coins. So yeah, 2000. I believe this one's in 1997. The they stick out like a sore thumb. They've got an insane finish on them. These ones are pretty rough. Of course, we always got Felix. He's paid in treats. He's the lead foreman of this entire operation. Anyway, we're going to get all this totaled up, see where we're at. Let's see how many miles of nickels we've searched at this point. And before we get to the totals, I almost forgot about this. So these are the modern coins that I pull for the nickels between 1962 until the present, see if I need any upgrades. For whatever reason, these all didn't just come out of one box. They were spread out. All these 2005s, they've got a slightly darker finish than the rest of these nickels. They don't appear to have been treated in any kind of way, but they are all in exceptionally good condition. But they just have a look. I've stumbled upon them in previous hunts, never really gave them much attention, but this batch of nickels, I just kept finding them and finding them. So if anyone has any idea what these might be, I don't believe these are technically considered black beauties. They do have a neat finish. I mean, you can tell these ones, they just look different than the rest of the nickels. So, and even this one that's over here, must have been one I found early on that got pushed over. All right, let's get these all totaled up. All right. Well, no additions to the blue book. No surprise there. However, the 1944 San Francisco Silver War nickel certainly was an addition to the second book. Did get an upgrade. That key date, 1939 San Francisco, will definitely be an upgrader for the second book as well. And that 1961 that I found will also be an upgrader. Condition wise, they are both very similar. However, the one that's currently in the book has just got a little bit of dirt. That's really about the only difference. Anyway, no additions for the Buffalo book or the Canadian book. There's the duplicate buffaloes that I've acquired so far. The dateless buffalo I did just apply nick a date to was in 1915. Took a picture that I'll show you here in a second. Anyway, let's go check out the totals.
And here are the grand totals of all the nickels that I have found so far. The blue boxes represent key date nickels. The green boxes are semi-key date nickels. Gray boxes are Silver War nickels. And the black areas, those nickels do not exist. On the right, I've got some fun facts over here. I've searched 95 boxes of nickels. That's over a ton of nickels searched. 4,750 rolls, $9,500 of face value. And if you were to take all the nickels and lay them out in a straight line, it's 2.5 miles long. I am going to continue this search at least until a quarter million nickels. At that point, I'm going to reevaluate to see, do I want to keep going? Is it worth continuing to keep going? I already know the answer is going to be yes, but getting these nickels is easy. Going through them is fun, but getting rid of them, it's just a pain. Takes about an hour and a half out of the week for me to get rid of these nickels. Here is the key date nickel that I found in this last batch of 10,000. It is a 1939 San Francisco. Now, I'm not going to lie, I like finding these key dates, but this is now the fourth one that I have found, the third one in this last batch of 190,000. Not really excited finding this one anymore. I feel kind of guilty even admitting that. What I need is a 1939 Denver. I haven't found it yet. It's just slightly frustrating me, but I know it's out there. I must continue forward. I will find the 39 Denver. Here is the 1944 San Francisco Silver War Nickel. This was a welcome addition. I needed this one for the second book. This is only the second one that I have found in 190,000 nickels searched. Not exactly a common nickel to find. Thankfully, it was in really good shape. And on the reverse, you can see you got the Monticello there. There is the S. With these Silver War nickels, that is where they place the mint mark. Um, just to note that these are 35% silver if they ever decide to reclaim these in the future. Most folks got wind of it and they've hoarded them. By calculations of others online, it's believed that over 98% of all the war nickels have been removed from circulation, which is somewhat fascinating because the war nickels represent over 25% of the entire mintage from 1938 through 1959. And here's the 1961 Philadelphia. This was an upgrade coin for my second book. Still amazes me that I can even find coins from the series that almost appear to be in mint-like condition. It still has the luster, a couple minor scratches on it, a couple little dings, hardly. It looks a lot better in person. What this picture does justice for it. It's a 62-year-old coin. It's kind of strange anyway. Whatever. Great addition. Glad I found it. Here is the only foreign coin of the hunt. It's another one of these coins from Switzerland. I don't have this date. It is a 1988. However, it is in exceptional condition, which was starting to make me wonder if a couple of these boxes, or maybe the coins that were spread out over the boxes, might have been someone's collection dump, or somehow entered back into circulation. Not really sure, but I collect foreign coins as well. It's a welcome addition, and I love it just the way it is. Anyway, that's all for this week. I've got another batch of 10,000 on order, which means this time next week I will be at 200,000 nickels searched in my quest to complete this Jefferson set. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe.